We're Kevin Chris Waterhouse.
And we are Travelling Australia.
We're so glad you can join us on our adventures. Living the dream. We're heading south from the Dampier Peninsula, down Highway 1 towards Port Headland. There's plenty to stop and see along the way.
Great Northern Highway.
Here we go, this is Port Smith Terminal.
It was a bit of a trek to get into Portsmouth, but the road was pretty reasonable. Portsmouth Caravan Park is quite a nicely set out park. We're very late in the season, so we pretty much had the place nearly all to ourselves. We were surprised the amount of these fellas there was around. These frill-neck lizards. They are pretty cool the way they stand on their back legs and run away. We spent a nice relaxing afternoon here, just watching these lizards running around. It was pretty good. We had a day where it was just way too windy to go out in the boat, so we decided we'd go and do a little bit of sightseeing, checking out a couple of the tracks and a couple of the remote beaches in the area. Now, this area here is called Saddle Hill. It's pretty amazing watching the waves crashing into the cliffs like this, chopping out a new bit of coastline all the time. Yeah, the car park here was a little bit average. We're a little bit concerned we might have got stuck.
Diff locks, wonderful things.
Yeah, we couldn't believe this place, Gordon Bay. It was completely protected by the wind for us that day, and not another person around. an absolutely pristine beach and beautiful clear blue water. We're pretty keen to put the boat in. Not much in the way of a boat ramp here, but the sand is nice and hard packed. So we dropped the boat on the sand and just had to wait for the tide to come in.
The amount of water coming in here is incredible, and how fast it's coming in. That's just amazing. So in a few seconds it'll be over that sandbar. Tide's flowing really fast.
We gave it a good go. Casting lures, always trying to aim for bommies or snags, that type of thing. We just did no good at all with that, so we decided we'll troll, maybe try and pick up a mackerel or a couple of trevally or that type of thing, but no fish at all for us today. We just put it down to the extreme variation in the tides around the full moon. Even if the fishing wasn't good for us today, we still enjoyed the scenery. It's always great to be out in the water in the boat.
This is the swimming area here. Lovely clear water. You can only swim here at high tide because the water goes a long way out.
We're heading south from Port Smith, heading down towards Port Headland. The distance between Broome and Port Headland is about 600 kilometres, but we've got one more stop to make yet, 80 Mile Beach. This is another great example of how important it is to have a UHF radio when you're travelling. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be able to keep in touch with these truck drivers. They alerted us to the problem of the broken down car still partly on the road. And these guys all have wide loads on.
Better call in and top up with some fuel. Sandfire, Roadhouse.
Sandfire Roadhouse is not far from the turn-off out to 80 Mile Beach. There's plenty of great things to look around here. like the old gas bottle that fell off the back of a truck many years ago. There's a lot of information here to read up on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these guys have had a bit of help from the road crews working in the area in the past. A little bit of help with the decorating.
Been looking forward to this place, 80 Mile Beach. Oh, a bit rough out there, love.
It's a lot rough out there.
We were quite surprised at how well stocked the little shop was here. It was almost like a mini supermarket. When we were checking in, we asked the owners and the managers whether it was a possibility to wash our van. They assured us there was no shortage of water.
Finally the van gets a bath. All that red dirt.
Yeah, there's definitely no shortage of water. They keep the grass beautiful here.
After washing the van, Kev made some friends with the locals.
We made our way down to the beach. We walked past the war memorial that they have here. This is where they hold their Anzac service every year. $80 Beach is a great land-based fishing spot. A lot of people will come here just to catch the threadfin salmon. Easily reached just from the edge of the surf. There's plenty of opportunity to collect shells in this area too. After that, there's quite often telltale signs of nesting turtles in the area. We were lucky enough to find some, or tracks of one, leading up into the sandhills.
This is one of the places on the Western Australia coast that you are allowed to collect shells. So I did go through and collect a couple of shells, different sizes and shapes. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the difference in sizes and shapes and colours of all the different shells. This is a family owned and run caravan park, and it is literally in the middle of nowhere. It was awesome putting the drone up to get a bird's eye view. Just shows you how much care has gone into this place to build it up to the way it is.
Mile Beach.
We drove up the beach to find our own little private spot so we could do some fishing, but we only managed a couple of small fish. Anyway,
Not really worthwhile taking photos of those.
not really.
We're heading further south again, down towards Cape Keraudren. It's a coastal reserve, only about 2 hours north of Port Headland.
$12 just to drive into the area. Even though we've got a parks pass, this one doesn't cover it.
Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button. And we really love to hear your comments. Let us know what you think of our videos. And if you like them, don't forget to tell your friends.
Couldn't believe the array of shells here, especially these beautiful clam shells.
At one stage in time, this must have been a coral reef here, because there's coral and shells all embedded into the rock.
Pretty amazing seeing bits of coral and shells. Dampier, and yet we're so far up above sea level. Something quite dramatic's happened here to have all these shells up this high. Whether the land has come up or the water's gone down, one of the two.
It's always fun checking out these rock pools.
You never know what you're going to find.
Beautiful, pure sea salt. Clean as. Definitely something out there.
It is sharks.
There's quite a few of them anyway, whatever it is. Looks like a big bait ball or something out there, and there's just, yeah, it's just stuff cruising all around it. I think there's a few dolphins in amongst them. Really embedded in the rock, aren't they?
We had a fantastic campsite overlooking the cliffs and we were able to watch the sunset. Absolutely brilliant place.